Can someone please explain to me why teenage girls are so mean for no reason? So about an hour ago, I went out to Target, and mind you, I already hate going out by myself, so this just made it 10 times worse. So literally right as I'm walking into Target, a group of 5 girls walks in. And the first thing that goes through my head is, oh my gosh, they're so pretty, I'm scared of them. I haven't had conditioner for about like a week and a half, and I've been too lazy to go to the store, so the first place that I went in Target was to go get more conditioner. So the group of girls is like right behind me, and I just hear them like laughing and giggling. I don't think they're laughing at me, but you know, when a group of girls is behind you laughing, you get like scared. I don't know about y'all, but I do. I'm not gonna give you guys all of the boring details. I'm gonna get straight to the point that literally hurt my feelings and made me want to run out of Target crying. I grab my conditioner and then I go over and look at the nails, because as we all know, I have 4 nails on this side and then none on this hand, and I was like, let me just get some acrylic, some press-on acrylic. So the press-on nails are on like the back shelf, and I bend down to like look at the ones on the bottom, and one of the girls, obviously the mean one, comes up to me and is like, do you know where the nail polish remover is? As if it's not right next to me. But I just replied with, I'm not sure, I don't work here. And she was like, oh, it looks like you'd work here. And at that point, I'm like, oh, I don't know what that means. All the Target employees are wearing red. I am wearing a black hoodie. Does it look like I work here? But no, I was way too scared to like talk back to that girl. Then one of the other girls that she's with grabs the conditioner that I had already grabbed and goes, ooh, I've been looking for this, and takes it and walks down the aisle and starts laughing with her friend. Now, I am all by myself, and it is a group of girls. I'm not going to say anything because I don't feel like getting my feelings hurt. So I get up, don't pick out any nails, and I'm just kind of upset, and I walk over right back to the conditioner because that's one thing that I did need. So I hear the girls laughing, and I'm like, all right, I gotta get out of this aisle. So I hurry up and grab my conditioner. And like, I genuinely felt like I was being like pranked or something, like, and I know I'm being dramatic, but like, why are they so mean? I know I sound dramatic, but like being there, it felt like they were like trying to corner me in and like jump me or something. So I say, excuse me, and I get out the aisle. So about 5 minutes goes on of me being in Target, and I'm trying to like figure out what I want for dinner tonight. So I'm like going down the frozen food section. They didn't say this directly to my face, but they made it very clear that it was aimed towards me. The girl that told me that I look like I work at Target walks by the aisle and was like, of course she's in the food section. Obviously aimed at me. At this point, I'm like, what the hell? Like, who are these girls and why are they doing this? Because it was like nothing said to my face other than that first interaction at like the nail spot, but then everything else kind of like was like secretly aimed at me, and I'm like, what did I do to these girls? This is what made me feel like I was literally being filmed for freaking TikTok. So I guess they split up, and one of the other girls, they come by and like she's like recording me, and I'm like, oh shoot. Oh, maybe this was for TikTok to see what would you do. So at this point, I only have a big bottle of the Crystal Nest conditioner in my hands and then a bag of Dino Nuggets because your girl loves Dino Nuggets. And I just really did not feel like cooking tonight. At this point, it's like another 5 minutes goes by. I kind of forget about the girls. Right when I forget about them. As I'm walking towards the clothes in Target, one of the girls bumps into me trying to make everything in my hands fall out. And I literally looked at her like this. And she looks at me and she says, is there a problem? I was like, no, I'm sorry. That was my fault. I'm so sorry. After I says that, the girl goes, pussy. I'm like, what the actual fuck? If you're the really pretty girl that I ran into Target with the ginger long hair that was curled, you are rude. As she's walking back to her friends, I realize that I'm being recorded. So if you guys see a video of me on TikTok basically getting bullied by a group of girls, yeah, that's me. I just kind of forget about it. I don't really pay them no mind because I'm like, girls are just rude. I saw a really cute pair of jeans on a mannequin. I set my Dino Nuggets and my conditioner down because again, that's all I had in my hands, right on like the little shelf where like all of the jeans were, or whatever you call it. I have the jeans like this. I see one of the girls, a different girl, not the ginger girl this time, run over, snatch my conditioner, and run. Again, what is the point? Again, I know I'm being dramatic, but at that point, I literally just wanted to cry. I'm like, why am I being bullied by a random group of girls? I totally forgot about my Dino Nuggets, and I try to walk over back to the conditioner because that is the one thing that I need. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna get this conditioner, and I'm going to leave. I heard the girls laughing again. I turn around, and they're literally following me, and I'm like, why? Like, at that point, like, I just wanted to bust out in tears. Why? Am I ugly or something? Like, why are y'all bullying me? I grab my conditioner, and as I am walking out of the aisle, a different girl, this time it was a girl that hasn't said anything, comes up to me and says, do you have something to say to us? Because you keep giving us a dirty look. And I said, no, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I feel like y'all are trying to target me or something. And they said, are you calling us a bitch? And I said, no, I did not say that. Just like that. I was like, no, I did not say that. I'm just trying to get my stuff and leave the store. What is your point in doing this? The girl goes, we just find it funny. And at that point, I'm like, okay, so now I know everything that you guys were doing was on purpose. But again, I'm scared of a group of girls, so I didn't say anything and I just walked away. I get to self-checkout with just my conditioner. I left my Dino Nuggets that I really wanted. I get over there and I see the group of girls following me and I'm like, please, not again. I get to the self-checkout and one of them comes up to me and was like, oh, I'll pay for that for you. I was like, no, it's okay. Like, I got it. It's literally just a couple bucks. And she was like, no, I'm gonna get it for you. In like the fake high-pitched voice. While I'm insisting no, she taps her phone, pays for my thing, and then walks away with it. At that point, I literally just left Target and was like, I am not doing this. I'm never coming back here. I got in my car and I cried on the way home because I was just being a little dramatic little baby. But I don't know, guys. If you are one of those girls and you are watching this, please do better and don't do that to anyone else because you made me want to cry in the store. And if that was what your goal was, you succeeded. Because y'all are bitches. Now I will not be eating anything for dinner because of your little comment that was like, oh, of course she's in the food section. Oh, what is that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean? Are you calling me fat? Are you calling me? You could have just called me fat. You didn't have to secretly beat around the bush. No, I'm just kidding. I just ordered Chipotle. Fuck y'all. Love you guys. Bye.
This is why you should never take rides from strangers. One day I was walking home from school when this car pulled on a side of me and asked me did I need a ride home. I looked in the car and noticed a girl that goes to my school sitting in the back seat. So I figured that the man that was driving was her father. I wasn't friends with the girl in the back, but she was in one of my classes, so I got in the car. As soon as I got in the car, the man immediately locked the doors. The man just started driving. He didn't even ask me where I lived or anything. So I started giving him directions to my house, but he wasn't even listening to me. So I asked the girl in the back seat with me, was that her dad? And she said no, that he asked her too if she needed a ride. And she said she doesn't know the man. At that moment, I felt my stomach drop. I was so scared. Stay tuned for part 2. Part 2 on why you should never take rides from strangers. So I ended up asking the man, can he just drop me and Tanya off around the corner? But the man just kept driving. I think he was ignoring us. I seen him begin to drive out of our neighborhood onto the highway. And at this point, I knew something was wrong. So I whispered to Tanya and said, I think this man is trying to kidnap us. And her eyes got big and she then tried to unlock the door, but she couldn't. She then asked him, can you unlock the door? But he said nothing. That's when I started to kick the window with my shoes. The man started to yell at me, asking what was I doing, and I told him, you need to let us out of here. I told him my dad is a sheriff and in my backpack was a tracking device. The man started laughing and said,
I don't believe you.
That's when I opened my backpack and grabbed my scissors and stabbed him in the ear. He started screaming and drove off the road. Me and Tanya hopped in the front seat and started to fight the man. Then he said,
Get out, get out, get out of my car, you crazy girls.
He unlocked the doors and we ran all the way home.
Storytime when I passed out at a funeral. This is the first time I ever passed out, and I was 14 years old. This funeral was in the morning, so I did not eat anything, and we were standing for maybe an hour straight. Then all of a sudden, I get so lightheaded and everything starts moving around me. In my head, I was like, am I alright? I was like, I need to sit down. But there were only seats for the family of the person who passed away, and I was not related to the person who passed away at all. One moment from the next, boom, I dropped to the floor. I don't know how long I was out for. When I woke up, all I see is everybody just looking at me and escorting me to the chair, and I felt so bad. It was the most embarrassing feeling I could ever have felt because I'm not related to this person. I should not be sitting in the seat where the family should be. And it was just embarrassing, y'all, like embarrassing. And we still had like 30 minutes left of the service.